first DLC. I kind of got them in a pretty neat position. I fought back to where we were before, and I've just been kind of bullying them in the corner like this repeatedly. And I have gotten caught a few times and taken quite a few hits, but it's working pretty well for now, and I think I'm almost at the end here. Welcome back, by the way. Hope you're doing well. I know I'm doing well. Doing the swan dive upward and then jump down stab routine because the Phoenix Spear. I tried a few other weapons just to see if they were more effective, and of course they weren't. That's it. Oh, jeez. Look at him go. Wow. Oh, most of those are wasted. That's too bad. Let's try to get this guy's armor off then. Oh, it just blocked the turret. I'm stuck. Okay. Whew, thank you, Phoenix Spear. And I keep doing it to myself. Is there more than one of them? Okay. Let's rinse and repeat the same concept then. Oh, how many of these are there going to be? Oh boy. Oh jeez. There goes one off the radar, thankfully. Go ahead, that's fine. Okay. I got a lot of distance for safety there. I don't know why I double jump. I don't really need to. One jump should suffice. I also, before I started recording, or before I attempted the DLC again, I switched the outfit DLC to Kabuki, which is of course the only option we really have at the moment. I think we do get another one for completing this door as well. These enemies are pretty passive. I think they probably only have the one attack, but it's deadly. I definitely think door 3 will be a little bit out of our reach if we're able to complete this one. I would feel very satisfied if we could. Okay, there's another attack actually, not the other one they were doing. Wait, why have I not used one of these? Probably because it's not a lot of damage either way, and doubling, even if you're doubling a little bit of damage, it still doesn't increase it by that much. Such as the blessing and the curse of percentage-based attacks in video games. Still, I'm going to use as much of this up as I can, get as many attacks in as I can. Oh, hello. Sheesh. This is the last one. Looks like it. Before another wave of really powerful armored enemies spawn, I'm sure. I know this is very riveting gameplay, but it is the most effective that I've been able to find. Just kind of bullying them, which is fitting because we're in a schoolyard of some kind. I guess that doesn't really look like a school building. It looks more like a hangar or something. Not that there are that many square hangars with basketball courts, but oh, thank goodness. Okay, we still have another level to go. I'm a little scared after that one. puppet priest collects the accursed prayers and polishes the vessel. Oh, facade, interesting. And we start out on the... Oh. Oh no, is this an on-rails shooter segment that I forgot about? Oh, yep, it certainly is. But we're one-hitting things, which is a lot different than the previous stage, so that's alright. Let's play a little bit of Time Crisis, I don't mind. Man, back when arcades were still a thing, I loved Time Crisis. And House of the Dead, really any rail shooter I could get my hands on, I was a fan of it. Which now is reminding me of, House of the Dead is reminding me of Typing of the Dead. The first game of which was very good. I'm not a fan of Overkill very much at all. I think that's what it's called. Come on, let me get that last one. There we go. Now look at this bat too. And then a ton more follow. Dark Blast is really the only viable option for this segment, I feel. A lot of enemies we're missing. Hopefully killing every single one isn't a requirement. I think that one's out of range, even though we were clearly missing him. These enemies aren't really fighting back at all, so I wouldn't be surprised if we have to get all of them. Sad, honestly, that they're just standing here. There's a boar. Uh-oh. With just as much health as you'd expect a boar to have, he's waiting to greet us. And something tells me he isn't waiting for us to ride him. Sorry, buddy. I wonder if we're gonna have to go. I guess we're going just the entirety around Facade. I was going to say I wonder if we'll have to go around the entirety of Facade, but it's seeming pretty likely at the moment. And that guy is still all the way over there. You can barely see him. I probably can't get that one. Oh, I think I might have. Couldn't see it, but I thought I heard it. You'll have to take my word for that. It's kind of neat to see Facade from a first-person view like this. Strangely colored, though it is. Dark Blast. Going every which way. Oh, you know what? I just realized that it might make us keep going around until we defeat every single enemy. Which would be an absolute nightmare if that was the case. Okay. You obtained the DLC outfit Samurai, so that last stage really was just a victory lap. Interesting. 4,000 experience points is still not very much in the grand scheme of things. Alright, well, just like last video, now that we're done with door 2, let's go ahead and step into door 3 and see what's on the other side. As long as this memory exists, as long as mankind has hope, a bloody battle will be waged over the holy domain of the body. So this seems relatively doable, but still more health than you would expect. And this is actually really neat. We're on a dock of some kind, or a pier. I guess dock would be accurate. In the sea off of the coast of Seafront Town, or the coast town of Seafront, so that's really neat. I do remember this one, this environment a lot more clearly than some of the other ones. Although I have to admit, I don't know if I've ever actually finished the third door. I don't remember much other than this part, so maybe I never made it past it. It's very, very cool looking though. I like it a lot. Makes me wish that every single zone from this DLC had been a new zone like this. Well, quote unquote, new zone like this. Because we have gotten a few, and every single one we've gotten has looked really, really neat. Comparatively to the ones that are just reused areas verbatim. Interesting how the lighting is also in the newer areas. I feel the areas that are brand new is more normal, so you can appreciate the effort they went into adding them more. Just my theory, though. Oh, hello. Broke that armor, yeah. Oh, I was hoping, okay, they do a lot of damage. Gotta be on the lookout for that. That was almost some teamwork from them to put me out of commission. Hello. Let's see how you like having a bunch of lances. Oh, he doesn't like that, but he also isn't really affected by that either. Oof. That effect looks... Why would you attack me like that, boss? I was literally about to compliment your visual effect that you have on you. But, oh well. I'm gonna call the DLC there. That is... We'll come back to it, I promise, but for now we'll continue. My word, yada yada yada. So you might notice Nier looks a little bit different. Let's go outside so you can appreciate that. This is Kabuki Nier. And it is my favorite outfit to have Nier in when I play this game. It is quite a bit different from his normal hairstyle. Well, his hairstyle is the same, but it is pretty different. Actually, is it? Yeah, I think it's the same. But obviously it's red now, but more importantly than just Nier and his version of the Kabuki outfit, if we head out of town really quickly, we'll see that. Oh, it also changes our loading screen to be a meal, so, I mean, there's really no loss in that situation. It changes Emil and Kaine's outfits as well. Unfortunately, this is a all or nothing option. You can't mix and match. So, for example, the samurai outfit on Emil and the Kabuki outfit on Nier and the default outfit on Kaine is just not the way it works, unfortunately. But honestly, I think I'm going to be keeping this at least for a little bit. I like how colorful it especially makes Emil, and that outfit for Kaine isn't so bad either. And also I like how I mentioned the tassels of the Phoenix Spear when I got it the first time. I like how they flow along with the sash that Nier has too, so since we earned it, we'll just have some fun with it. maybe in this video I'll do Kabuki, and in the next video I'll do Samurai, and then at some point I might switch back, but I really don't know yet. We'll just keep it the way it is for now. So just in the interest of luck, one quick time, I'm gonna see if the shade spawns out in the northern plains. Bear with me here because I really want it to happen spontaneously for some reason. I think the only reason I want it to happen spontaneously is so I don't have to keep grinding it out over and over and over again before I can start recording the next video. Man, that DLC was very fun though, a lot funner than I remember it being. A lot of creative environment and designs, and nothing. Alright, we tried, and no one can say that we didn't, and oh, how could I forget that? It also changes the bullets to be Emil's face. That's very silly. I can't believe I forgot about that. So hey, even though the shade didn't show up, that was a nice little way to show you that. Not that you wouldn't have seen that eventually anyway. I'm pretty sure, I want to say every single DLC outfit, no matter which one you pick, does that to the bullets. And it's just a very cute little side effect equipping the outfit has. Let's go talk to Popola and continue the main story now. We haven't had to go to Seafront again, and I know there are quests there. But I am waiting for the main story to possibly send us there, at least I hope. I like having this outfit a lot. And look at that loading screen. There's multiple little animated loops for it too. As much as Nier probably likes having the Yona loading screen, I like the Emil loading screen more. You learned anything new about the Shadow Lord's key? You know, I was just going to talk to you about that. You remember the Aery, right? The depressing shell of a village. Excuse me, not so much anymore. I just got this letter from the village chief. From the office of the chief of the Aery to Popola. My greetings to you and your village. I hope everything is going well. Our village has shut itself away from the world for far too many years, and we have therefore decided it is time to change our ways. As part of this endeavor, we have resolved to establish a shop within the village. It is now open for business, and I look forward to seeing a great many customers visit from all over the world. With regards to the sacrifice keyword you wrote about, one of our villagers claimed to know the meaning behind the term. You are more than welcome to speak with him on the matter as part of your visit to the Aery. I hope to hear again from you very soon. Hope to hear again from you soon, not very. He's not that eager. Sacrifice, this is it, but how? I brought this up with the leaders from every town in the land. You did. This entire affair strikes me as a bit too convenient. I'm afraid Grimoire Vice is correct. What? Oh, come on, what now? The area has been shut off from the world for years, and now they've not only opened trade routes, but they freely exchange information about the Shadow Lord. I agree, it seems rather unnatural. Yeah, well, it doesn't bother me. I won't get Yona back if I sit here and try to make sense of every little thing. And if there's shades there, I'll just kill them all and be done with it. Oh dear. Well, if that's the way you feel, I guess I won't stop you. Try speaking with the chief when you get there. Excuse me, had to sneeze. Any dialogue? No. there's some side quests there. Today, Devil has said that Kaine is put together in all the right places. I don't know what all of that means, but I want to be like that when I grow up.
The Aery, huh? Alright, let's go see the chief.
What a soul-crushing place.
I wouldn't be surprised if there are quests there, especially if they've opened up trade routes and started opening up themselves. So we're not going to quick travel there. Actually, I don't even think we can quick travel there, because it doesn't really make much sense to get there by boat, but this gives us yet another chance to try and do the Shade quest, so. Once again, I haven't looked up any information about that quest. I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually time of day based or something like that. And these attempts are actually pointless. But we won't know until we try. Come on, Shade, come on, Shade, come on, Shade. Ah, what good are you? Goodbye. We're going to the Aery anyway.
I can't fathom that village opening a mercantile. Must have truly opened their minds.
You think so? I have my doubts.
Aren't you glad to be going back home, Kaine?
That place is a shithole.
Don't be so nervous, Kaine. We'll protect you.
I got me taken care of. Worry about protecting yourself.
Look at him zoom in. Okay, I'll stop calling attention to the loading screen, but it's great. Well, the music is, as usual, ominous, and it looks like in the 5 years that Kaine's hut has still not been touched, which is nice. Kind of the villagers do that, unless she's still been living there. Not so sure how that works during the time skip, but that's okay. Got some clay for our troubles. Well, it doesn't look any different at a glance. There's something we can interact with over there. It's probably been there the whole time, though. Oh, that's just the doors, okay. It looks like there's some stuff over there we can take a look at. But yeah, as far as mercantiles go, I've seen better. I was trying to find where we could drop down. Well, seems like Popola and Grimoire Vice were right and Nier was wrong. Apparently not very well, because we're pretty cool. Hey there, are you looking for something in particular? Well, let's stock up on these, why not, since we have a ton of money. We don't need health salves. And we don't really need these either, so we'll just get those. Come back anytime. Welcome, we've got new items in stock today. Pumpkin, tomato, and eggplant. I'm good, thank you. What are the rest of these? How about some seeds for planting? Everyone loves a new garden. That's fine. Not interested, thank you though. Best of luck. Nobody can survive in this world without water and nature. My weapons may not be the latest and greatest, but my selection can't be beat. Oh, buddy. Poor guy, he talked a big game though. Thanks. You're welcome, I guess. Oh, we actually can't talk to these guys. Well, this is pretty nice, actually. It seems like they're doing pretty good. I forgot that our goal was actually to talk to the chief and not talk to these guys, but I was just so invested in seeing how their shop setups were going. Their shop setup was going. It's too bad that the people still hold up inside their homes. Haven't quite come to appreciate it the same way. Wish I could fly like a meal at a time like this. This is such a visually distinct area. I love it. We're here from Popola's village. It's all over. I'm here to ask about the letter you sent. Our days are numbered. Our village is doomed. As cheerful as ever, it seems. Okay, that's enough. We know you wrote the letter. I don't know about any letter. Oh, God damn it. It may be faster for us to take our inquiries elsewhere. Let us ask around. Someone must know something. Now, do we have an objective? No, we don't, so we'll just talk to some of the neighbors then.
I know you. I'm scared. I don't trust anyone.
Well, they all sound a little familiar, so we'll be talking to the neighbors on the way. And since we have to talk to people, we might as well go to where there are people actually outside, which is down there. And we can get down there pretty quick, thankfully. Oh, nice. I'm glad we landed that way. Oh, I was hoping to grab onto the ladder higher than that. Would have been pretty neat. Here's who we have to talk to. A letter, huh? Yeah, I think I heard something about that. So you know about the letter. Maybe I don't. I'm not sure. Bah, which is it, man? I gave that an accent inadvertently a little bit. Oh, and if I may ask, are you friends of Kaine? You could say that. Oh, I've heard the rumors. Here to hunt shades, are you? Exactly. Our aim is to defeat every last one. Every last one.
Ah, crap.
Look out. This man is a shade.
It's a trap!
I thought as much.
They've been possessed somehow.
What? I got bored.
Cows and apologies. We were distracted by the local welcoming party.
Mind if I join you?
Kaine, the villagers are possessed.
But not all of them. Some are still human, so be careful.
Fiends, this is all your fault.
Put down that weapon. Please, I beg of you.
Who are the humans?
I don't want to make any assumptions, but it seems as though we were tricked by shades to come to the village. And if that's so, that's pretty scary.
Get out of here! No!
CallaDiver. This woman's a shade.
My sister! No! You people are the true monsters!
Stay back. Your sister is one of them now.
I don't care! She's my sister and I love her!
Kaine!
Stop it! Don't hurt my sister!
What madness. These people are behaving as real villains.
Kaine, look out!
Kill them! Kill them now!
No! You gotta stop this! I'm trying to save you from the shades! Please, please stop!
Emil!
We need to get out of here. Kaine! Kaine, get up! Hurry!
Stop this at once!
Leave us in peace!
Sis! Sis!
Now, I think using subtle context clues, you might be able to infer that those two characters in the cutscene were brother and sister, but I couldn't tell you for sure. That's once again just my theory.
Put down that weapon! Please! I beg of you!
Just wanted to make sure we didn't have an objective I was supposed to be heading towards. Thought we were about to get sent off the edge. Oh, that conflicted with the dialogue a little bit. Villagers are under attack over there. Back at where we were. Getting quite a few health salves from this actually, which is very interesting. Oh, nice. That was what I was trying to do before. What could that black swirl be? It's a really good question. I'm curious. And let's just see how much this does. Oop, ouch. Did a decent amount, but I really should have gotten rid of the armor, yeah. So now I can just attack. Not doing too hot a job at dodging this.
What's that?
My pages. Is this beast a shade as well?
That thing sucked up the villagers.
We have to stop! We killed them all! I can't!
interesting dialogue.
I feel something from within the bowl.
He was sensing a bunch of Emil faces.
Is this the true power of the shades?
It will take more than a barrage of magic to stop us. First to waver is the first to die. I sense magic coming from the middle of that eye.
This boss has always very much reminded me of something you'd see in the Zelda series. Oh, come on. Right there.
Wait, stop! I think those are people!
Hold nothing back. There's a shade.
I think we might have pushed him to a new phase. Oh no, I was just not doing any damage. We can hit it a little bit, but it is tough trying to find a window with all of those swirlies going around him. Such agility, please. These are nothing compared to the DLC shades we were fighting. I think those are gonna get blocked, aren't they? Didn't end up mattering, thankfully.
Look out! Something's coming!
Right into it and off the edge. I love the way this thing tracks.
I'll pin it down!
Its weak point is located around the back. Attack it from above.
Emil!
Emil!
I'll keep it busy! You should be able to attack! From behind! Go around! Get it! Please, hurry!
The lad can take care of himself. We must circle to the creature's rear. Move closer. You cannot harm it from below.
Definitely don't want to have to make Emil do that longer than he needs to. And there's Kaine still stuck down here, but thankfully there are no shades around to hurt her too badly. Let's heal up a little bit first. Get as many of these charges as we can before the bullets start coming out. Okay, a little too late, but they'll go right through them. Just try to sidestep the dark bullets here.
Can we get it?
It is escaping to the inner level.
I'm coming. Gotta catch my breath.
Careful, Emil. It won't help anyone if we lose you here. God damn it! We beat the hell out of that thing! How can it still move?
Its combined
this thing is pretty powerful. Let's finish it off for good. That's an awesome attack. I love that. I'm gonna try to avoid the shades as much as possible since they won't really give us anything. Except death. Oh, whoa, why am I all the way back up here? Uh-oh, that's good tracking. Oh, if I moved. That's a dirty trick. And goodbye.
Emil Weiss! He's gone. His instincts have taken hold. The ultimate weapon is being deployed.
I killed innocent people. I killed them all.
But you saved our lives. Didn't you? If it wasn't for you, we'd all be dead. We owe you. It's all right. Don't look back.
Obtained a key. Obtained the sacrifice key. We'd best be off. Yeah. Well, the entirety of the area has now been wiped off the map. Literally nothing is left in my memory. Only half of it was destroyed, but this is definitely everything being gone. And honestly, the game starts to sort of hint. I'm not going to say it focuses on or even really elaborates, but it really does go to show. I like the efforts or the length the game goes to sort of talk about Nier in a way sort of losing his humanity now that he's so hyper-focused on saving Yona. And I don't want to say it's a selfish concern, but I think because he's right that these characters would be dead without Emil's help, but to try to cheer up Emil by saying that, I don't know, their lives are more important, it's a very clearly problematic and not very good thing to say. So it's interesting that we get a look into a protagonist, and we're playing as a protagonist that is willing to have that attitude about something like this. Very interesting, but 46 minutes. Thank you for bearing with me. I hate cutting up these really intense story parts, and I also don't really remember when they're hitting every time and when they're going to happen, this video or the next video, so on, so on. So I appreciate you sticking with the whole duration a lot, and take care, and we will continue Nier soon.